Welcome back to the Southern Scene. It's time now for our legal scene. You know, we live in a port city, and Georgia has a network of highways that provide a corridor for the trucking industry. As a result, there are a lot of tractor-trailer accidents. It happens frequently. Believe it or not, in Georgia, more than 5,000 tractor-trailer accidents occur every year, with about 1,200 ending up in fatalities. The injuries, the fatalities can be devastating. So what are the causes and what can be done? We decided to take that question to Mark Tate of Tate Law Group in our legal scene today. And now Mark Tate joins us of Tate Law Group. Mark, let's talk about truck crashes in Georgia. Why do we see so many truck crashes?
Well, okay, so first of all, a big mistake that a lot of people I think make is thinking that if they're involved in a crash with a tractor-trailer truck that it's just like a big car wreck. And you know, to drive a car legally, all you have to do is pass your state driver's license test and you can drive a car. But trucks are regulated. They are federal regulations. The Federal Code of Federal Regulations talks about who can drive a truck, and you know, you have to be literate in English. You have to be able to read and speak English in order to drive a truck. That's an unusual thing. You can't have type 2 diabetes because it's a health risk. There are certain heart conditions that you can't have and still drive a truck, and you have to be able to see. You have to be able to see, and it's...
So the training and the licensing, all of that is
rigorous.
different.
And you have to have regular medical checkups. And so the regulations and rules that apply to tractor-trailer trucks are far different from normal automobiles. And so the person driving the truck is also expected to be a certain level of professional.
Now, you've represented some folks involved with that kind of... Give me an example of what you're talking about.
Sure. Here's a really interesting example. Is we represented a family who had been hit by a tractor-trailer driver, and it turned out that he had kept delaying his physical exam. He didn't want to go in and get his physical exam, which includes a vision test, because it turned out that his vision was 2400, which means the guy's blind. He ran a stop sign and he hit, square, a T-bone as they call it in crash parlance, hit a family and disabled every single person in this big Ford Explorer at the time. And we sued
every one of them disabled.
Every one of them permanently disabled. They got hit by a tractor-trailer truck. And so we sued the driver, and we sued his employer, and we were able through the discovery process to prove that not only did they know he was delaying his physical exam, which would have included the vision test, but that was the first time that he ever drove the truck. He'd been driving as a driver's apprentice, and he just kept delaying until they finally gave him, the truck to drive, and he crashed into him. So that's an example, and you want to do things where you get in early, and we just saw that a law firm here that defends insurance companies and defends truck drivers, Hunter, McLean, Exley, and Dunn, has announced, and they got a lot of press, that they're going to have a rapid response team. But the rapid response team ain't for the people who get hurt, who maybe can't afford to hire a lawyer. This rapid response team is for trucking company.
What about the insurance companies? Should you talk to the insurance companies and what if they ask you to sign something or ask you to a settlement or something like that?
Talking to insurance companies after you've been in a crash with their insured, especially in tractor-trailer crashes, is sort of like John Benet Ramsey's case where the parents refused to talk to the cops because they're not here to help you.
But they try to get you to settle.
Sure. The good hands people. They're good neighbors. It's so much worse than that. You're not in good hands with the other side's insurance company. They're not here to help you. They are here to make sure your case is lost for you. Because, as I've said about 100,000 times, insurance companies are not in business to pay claims. Insurance companies are in business to take premiums and keep their money invested and to legally avoid paying you what you're owed.
So what's the first thing someone should do if they are involved with a tractor-trailer accident? Just kind of walk me through real quick. What's the first thing that they should do?
The thing that we're most concerned about is you got to get treatment. I don't want to be called before you get to the hospital and you're stabilized. And people who are involved with crashes with big rigs like this suffer bad injury. So, we want to know, and it makes us happier to know that, this person has received the treatment and is getting the treatment we need. After that, we want to get in and we want to secure the vehicles involved. We want to make sure they don't get changed. We want to make sure no evidence is altered. We want to get in and do our own traffic investigation, and we have guys that are luckily very close by right here that are able to go out and observe all of the evidence at the crash scene and document it. The crash has got to be reconstructed.
So it's crucial to hire an experienced attorney that's used to dealing with something like this.
I think you got to hire a lawyer who knows how to do it, get the collision reconstructed, find out what really happened, and know how to file the lawsuit in the right place and make the right decision quickly. And it's our policy at Tate Law Group, if you hire us, we're going to get the facts fixed as quickly as we possibly can. And that means understand exactly what happened and make sure that we are as strong an advocate as you can be, and we file the lawsuit. We don't negotiate lawsuits. We don't negotiate your claim unless a lawsuit is filed. And so I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy or that it's going to be quick, but when we're done, you'll be fully compensated. And the idea is that that's the goal, because you have one shot. Most people have one case. You have one time to get it right, and we're going to get it right for you the first time, and it may not be quick, but it will be done right, and you'll be fully compensated when we're done.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information on this specific issue, or you have a specific legal question that you would like to talk to Mark about, we'd like to give you that opportunity to talk to Tate. All you have to do is send us a message. Go to our Facebook page, The Southern Scene, or our website at WSAV.com. We'll get all of your legal questions answered for you. Don't go away. We'll be back with the entertainment scene right after this. Stay with us.